Alright, rockers, what's happening? I'm back here with this JVC 8-track deck on what's going to be the first of many edits of this, I'm sure, because I'm definitely not going to finish it all right now. There's too much work to be done. I'm going to start with getting it functionally working. Then we'll worry about the cosmetics. I'm not sure if I'm going to rebuild this or redo this, or if I'm just going to make it a new case. Now, the design of this is awesome. If it is what I think it is, it looks like this is unscrews like so, and that this unit slides out. I always like the designs like that, when something slides in and out of it. You unmount it and it slides in and out of its case. My Sansui receiver, I believe, is like that too. Because hopefully just take these 4 screws off and it comes right out. This is a very solid deck, and the sound I got of it sounded good. It just sounds like it just needs a new belt, some TLC, some deoxit, and we'll get her up and running the best we can. See if she's coming out. Yep. So 4 screws holds it in. I don't know if you guys can see how good you guys can see that, if at all. Bam. Excellent. All right. Nothing I have to do is this rubber band's pretty much gone anyway. I definitely do not have a belt for that. I can tell just by looking at it. However, I think I know someone that might. Wow, look at that. This is interesting. You see it? Look at the belt. This is a little round one. Goes around this big drum like so. Now I done screwed it up. Probably should have looked a little bit better before I did that. Oh well. It is what it is now. Turn it this way so you guys can see it. That looks like the best way to access the belt is like so. This thing's beefy, so I'm thinking the belt actually feels fine, so it might not be the belt. It's not loose, it's not tight. It's just, well, there. So I'm trying to keep you guys in view the best I can. It's a lot of components. I don't see anything really bulging out, which is a good sign. I don't know if you guys can see everything. It's a pretty complex machine. Look at the size of that motor. So yeah, it's clear to me that we're dealing with a quality piece of electronic equipment. I wonder how it's going to compare to my 2 Pioneers. What's this? That's a big light, huge, humongous light bulb right back here. See it? Let's take this out for now. Okay, so I see. This light bulb shines on the VU meters. And there's a record. There's your record buttons. When you put that in record mode, it makes that switch. That's neat. That's a big ass capacitor right there. That's your fast. Wow, look at that. That's how your fast forward works. It's mechanical. It doesn't do a speed at all, it looks like. Looks like it slips it up so it goes on to the high side of the pulley. No way. That's crazy. Although it does look like it makes a switch too. Yeah, it does make an electronic switch. That's fast forward right there. That's freaking crazy. I've never seen anything like that before. So anyway, yeah, it's definitely clear to me that we're dealing with a quality piece of equipment. Let's look on the bottom and see how easy the cap stand is to take out. So the cap stand is just, you see it? Right in there. That cools the machine off. That is just an awesome design. I'm definitely looking forward to fixing this up. So this has a little clip right there, so the capstan should pull right out. The capstan looks like it's in pretty relatively decent shape. I can see if I can hold this up on my leg quick, and we can focus in on the heads a little bit and the internals of the deck. Yeah, that's nice. If somebody worked on this at one point, because I see there's a thread tie holding this piece of board back on. We can get this cleaned up pretty good. This looks like it's out of alignment a little bit, the track change sensor, but it's pretty stiff, so I think it might be like that on purpose. Either that or somebody that didn't know what they were doing was in here messing with it. I only have like 100 Eject sitting behind me. I'm gonna grab a random one because it don't really matter what one I grab because we're not playing anything. Here we got the Fleetwood Mac 1975 self-titled, their second self-titled album actually. Alright, so does that land? Okay, yeah, that lands off to the side a little bit. Okay, so that's got to be straightened out. I don't know what the purpose of doing that was, whoever did it. Now, a pair of needle nose would be ideal for this part, but I'm doing what I can with what I got, so bear with me. Yeah, they were touching the whole time, so I don't. Yeah, actually, I think it did work when I did that. When I played that Nazareth tape in there. All right, so we separated them. That's the first step. So if you look down there at the track changing sensor, it should be better aligned with the tape now. And yeah, that's a lot better. Oh man, I had a long night. So I'm not sure what some of this other stuff does. This right here, it's probably your recording mechanism. Yep. No, that's not your recording mechanism. Your recording mechanism's underneath here. It looks like. So what the hell? Oh, this is probably your program change. Hang on. Yeah, that is. That's your. Okay, that's your coil for your program change. All right, I want to plug this in quick. I'm gonna try not to zap the living crap out of myself in the process because there's your. It should all be stepped down. The light bulb. Pretty sure the light bulb just burned up. Oh. No, it didn't. Why is that light bulb only on? You see that? The movie is over. Once you put the tape in, it's not on no more. I wonder why that is. I don't know, maybe you guys one of you guys would know what the purpose of that would be. That's kind of an interesting setup. So we're gonna do select program. Yep, that's what it does. Look at that. Take you off the tripod for a minute here. So that's a solenoid right there. And what that does is, I'm learning with you guys here on this one, so bear with me. It's trying, but that's your whole head mechanism. Okay, so it all starts back there. Okay, so that's basically dried up. So what we're gonna do is, that's all electrical contacts and whatnot right there. So I'm gonna unplug this unit for a minute. My Fleetwood Mac tape aside. And we're gonna do some deoxiding quick. Alright, let's see, there's some electronical components back here too, so give it an hour or so to dry after you do it. I bought some of this here white lithium grease. I'm gonna see if I can somehow get in there to do that. This pulls in like that. Ah, that's neat. Hey, look at that. It's already moving up and down smoother. 2, 3, 4, 1. Back up. 2, 3, 4, 1. Cool. I don't see what the speed issue was, unless this arm here might be a little bit bent, but that's for the fast forward. And that lifts it up and brings the belt onto the top spool. Look at that. That is crazy. Do you see that? That's your fast forward mechanism. When you want on regular playback, this comes back down. That brings your belt back down. So the odds of you actually finding a replacement belt for this are pretty slim. So I'm actually very glad that this seems like it's in relatively good shape yet. I did have some speed fluctuation though, so I gotta get to the bottom of that and see what that was all about. But that is freaking wicked. Look at that. I'm gonna show that one more time because that's crazy. Okay, so your drive pulley is now bigger. Here, we're just gonna go like this. Oh, if it'll let me. See that? That's regular. It's moving relatively slow. See how much faster that's moving because your drive pulley is bigger now. That's going to slow back down to regular playback speed. That's genius. And that looks like about a double step up. So this mechanism here lifts up until this piece here catches the belt. Right there. You see that? And actually physically picks the belt up to the next level. That's insane. I'm probably not going to use this feature too much, though. As cool as it is, as neat as that is, I'm probably not going to mess with it too much for the sole purpose of the more you have something touching your belt, and especially with this thing gripping it like that with a relatively sharp edge, you're putting unnecessary wear on it. So I don't see myself using the fast forward feature too much. You see that? So the belt actually comes in contact with that little sharp nub right there when you go into fast forward and when you come out of fast forward back into playback. So I'm pretty sure this thing here, this little electronic switch, I'm pretty sure that's only to mute the sound. This little guy right here that it also hits, I'm pretty sure that's just to mute the sound for when it's in fast forward mode, so you're not hearing a bunch of chipmunks. Alright, let's dig a little bit further. I really need to pull this capstan out. I'm just not sure how I'm going to get to it because it looks like it's bolted in. Yeah, it's screwed in from the bottom. You see that? That's the bottom of your capstan right there. And it's definitely 100% screwed in from the bottom if you look. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do about that. I'll figure something out. I'll film some updates as I go along, I guess. Anyway. Go back to 1X. I think it's probably heating my Pepsi up. Yep. Yes, it is. I don't even know how necessary this freaking thing is, if at all. Okay, so that's just a, oh man, I really don't think I want to mess with this too much. That's just to protect your board, I guess. This is the kind of shit I get really impatient with. Alright. That's not good when I get impatient, because that's how I F stuff up. Take a look at that quick. I'm just doing a lot of this kind of stuff because I want to make sure that if something goes wrong, I have something to go off of. Try to fix it. I have a good feeling about this though. See what happens. This board's unbolted. I don't know exactly what's going to be involved with lifting it up or how easy it's going to come up, if it will at all. But I'd like to freaking see what's under this, if there's anything that needs cleaning at all. The only thing I'm really seeing down here, yeah, you'd have to take it off to recap it, but we're not going to get into that. If it works good and sounds good, this is an unnecessary step that we don't need to take. I don't know what the hell that is. Something. Oh, that's your record switch right there. Right down there, that's exactly what that is. Okay. And there's something under here too that's supposed to hit that. We're gonna throw a little bit of little deoxit right there. Work the switch a little bit. Yeah, find out what the hell it hits over here on this side. Right there. Oh, there it is. So that might just be for a pilot light or an indicator or something on the lines of that. Here's your actual record switch. The big guy down right there. If you look, it goes the full length of the board pretty much. Alright, so we're going to deoxit the hell out of that. This is not going to be easy. Anything down here I can't really see too good, although that does appear to be pretty much solid, which I think it is. Cool. Alright, good. Fun part's going to be getting that back in there correctly without messing anything up. Let's focus on that. I should probably just let this sit on its back for a little bit if I can get it positioned correctly. Alright, so we're going to stop it there for now. I'm going to clean up my mess here. Let this sit, let the deoxit sink in. Very important. Throw one more little Some say this might be overkill, but I'd rather go overkill and do a little more than I have to than not do enough and have problems. So, catch you on the next part. That's going to be it for now. Alright, looks like we got that part taken care of. That's ready to go. It's making everything that's side that's supposed to be hitting. Let's see, it's making good contact right there, pushing that mechanism in. Excellent. Alright. Good stuff. Next we're gonna do, I'm gonna check out the, I remember when I was messing with this, it was real scratchy. So it looks like you have to, this looks like it's sealed right here, primarily. So, okay, it looks like I can get in pretty decent right in there with some deoxit. We're gonna do spray a decent amount in there. Yeah, that's your pot right down there, you can look in. And look right in here and see them both turning. Yeah, I'm not even. There you go. Sorry, guys. Alright, so that being said, like so, right into the switch. You can take the knobs off and squirt it down the shaft, but that's not the most effective way of doing it. The most effective way to do it is to get it right in there. I should probably watch the way I word that, huh? On this one, and some, I'm trying to make it so you guys can see. Down in that little pot too. Especially important providing these controls also control the volume output as well as your recording level. You're definitely moving a lot smoother. Still can't move one without the other without holding it back. I think it's kind of like that by design though, honestly. So they do kind of move together, but there is some resistance when you try to move just one of them. Which, why would you want to? You're going to want them set the same at all times. That's what the balance in your receiver's for. I'm not sure why that's even an option, but hey, it is. Nothing wrong with having additional features, I suppose. This worked the hell out of them. It's nice and moved up in there. You can tell I got it pretty good. If you make a mess, don't worry about it. The oxide evaporates. So you can't possibly work the controls enough. One more for good luck. One more hit. I'm not even freaking sorry. I'm just aiming. I'm not even sure if I was anywhere near where I was trying to hit. That's why I keep it on the tripod. I get carried away. It's hard for me to stay focused sometimes on. There we go. Now I'm just basically just working a deoxidant. That should be pretty good. There's your record control. So that's all good on. We're all good on this end. VU meter lamp seems to work fine. I don't think it's supposed to light up in playback, or maybe it does. I forget, to be completely honest with you. So flip it back up on this side here. You're gonna soak up our deoxit mess. Although it will eventually evaporate on its own, and not too much time. So we're not worried about the fast forward switch. Oh, we are. The mute, that could be an issue potentially. I can't get over that fast forward mechanism. That's neat. Ain't it though? work the controls the best you can. Very important. Make sure it's not touching the belt when you're trying to play it, which it's not. That took some decent engineering. You gotta give credit where it's due. That's pretty freaking good. I just want to find the source of my, my varying speed. And it's not like it was with the Pioneer. You can tell it's a different type of issue. Let's see, the eject button. Where's the eject button? Okay, the eject button, you don't really need nothing. The eject button looks like it's just a simple set of normally open contacts. And when you push that, it closes a set of normally open contacts. So nothing real special to see there. I think that's cool that the eject button is actually a recording indicator light. That's pretty neat. Like I said, they were doing some funky stuff when they designed this. I think I pretty much covered everything. I think I'm pretty much ready to... there's an eject button. Eject feature, though. That is right... Well, yeah, that's probably it right there. That's your solenoid for eject. Right in here. Yeah, push your eject button. Gonna close that, and that's gonna shoot your cartridge back out. Kinda wanna see it quick. I'll get back in. We should be alright. Like I said, nothing's on the tape head at all. Should be good to go. See if we can see one of the ejects or what exactly does it. Alrighty. I'm thinking it's going to be that solenoid down there, the big one. Yep. That's what it is. Let's lift it up without getting ourselves to that. I'm pretty sure that's all step down voltage at this point, but I don't want to touch the wrong thing by mistake. I used to not care about getting zapped, but nowadays as I get older I find I hate it more than I used to. Yep. Neat. So there's some very good mechanical engineering behind this design here. It's actually pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. I said I'm just going to do the typical cleaning of it too. I'm going to turn these off for a little bit until I figure out a way to try to get this capstan out of here. If I can. If I can't, then I'm just going to do what I can with what I got. But I'm going to do the best I can to try to get that out of there and see if I can just go over everything and just check it. Now I'll try to find a way to get some lubrication in there. Anyway, catch you on the next segment. Alright, so I figured this much out about it. This unit only gives you a light show in record mode. Now I actually have it all hooked up and everything. So, if you look, that light actually does stay on, the one underneath. And this light here also illuminates, but if you look at it, when you put a tape in to play, that one goes back out because it's not in record mode. And this one here doesn't light up at all. And if you look closely, the VU meters, you get no movement out of them unless you have the volume jacked all the way up. Actually, you're not even getting anything out of it now. Yeah, you are a little bit now. But yeah, you got the volume maxed all the way. That's going to be clipping so bad. It's not even going to be listenable, I don't think. So I usually keep the volume with just as a general rule of thumb. I usually have a tendency to keep the volume output in a central middle position. just for obvious reasons. That's neat how far that shoots that out of there. And if you look, our head mechanism is actually moving up and down pretty good. Now, I'd like to get a sound check on it, but at the same token, two, three, that move? Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It got stuck a little bit right there. For playback, that's not that big of a deal, but if you're making a tape or doing a recording, that could be a major problem. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just needs a little bit of a. Best thing to do is, yeah, it's stuck again. Best thing to do is try to work it the best you can. Giving me low power. I don't care about that right now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she's still stuck. So we're going to take that apart and give it some lithium grease. When I figure out how to do it, I'll try to get some footage for you. I'm not going to try to freaking break anything in the meantime. I'm extremely tired, and I think it's time for a break. So when I get this all out, that time comes, we'll go from there. Alright, so upon turning the drive pulley and putting a little bit of pressure on the driven pulley, the larger one, the belt does slip a little bit. If you look, it does have a slight imperfection from sitting for a long term right like in here. So what we're gonna do quick is I bought this rubber renew. It's relatively expensive. Poison, flammable, inflammable. Whatever the hell inflammable means, I don't know. Pretty sure you're not supposed to get it on your skin, so I'm gonna film this clip quick, and we are going to call it a quits for yet another segment of this video. Try to get it on there the best I can. The tape, I mean. So that's your rubber renew. It smells like root beer, ironically enough. So I'm gonna go like this. Get you on the tape the best I can. See, that's soaked in pretty good. We're gonna push down and basically wrap the belt up in it, and just like so. What this shit's supposed to do, it's supposed to rejuvenate the properties, the grip properties in the rubber. And actually, it feels a lot better, a lot more rubber-like. One more time. That should be good enough then. Making my skin feel funny. Think from future reference, I'm going to try to come up with I'm going to wear some gloves when I do this. Yeah, soak through. It feels weird. Alright. That's about enough of that for now. I think we pretty much got it pretty good anyway. Dry it. Go on the dry side, quick dry it up. I'm going to set this down over here. I'm going to put the cap back on this. And again, this is what I got. MG Chemicals 408A Rubber Renew. Got it off of eBay. I think it was like 15 bucks. Anyway, guys, till we're ready for the next segment. Upon closer examination, I overlooked something so ridiculous. Look at this shit. See that right there, that little C-clip? That right there. Now, theoretically speaking, if I have half the clue that I think I have, this should theoretically, God, that was so easy, if it does what I think it's going to do. Yep. Voila. So that is all dried up. There is a lot of capstan wear, so this unit does have some miles on it. It's supposed to be real rough to get a better grip on the tape, but as time goes on, as it drags by, it gets smoothed out a little bit right there. Not enough to change diameter, but enough to potentially become a problem in time. And that also gives me a good access to the head mechanism for head alignment. Oh, why is that not? You see? This whole entire thing here, I wonder if I can get that out. Maybe we can line it up. Let's see. I really don't want to mess with it too much because I don't want to really risk breaking anything. You know what I mean? As far as and I definitely don't want to screw up the alignment of the heads if I don't have to, which is definitely a big risk at this point. I'm not really sure. It seems like it's moving pretty freely though, up and down. I don't know if you can see what kind of angle you have, but why it's okay, so it does get jammed up a little bit. Gotta find where the actual problem is though, that I'm not really sure of. Alright, so it looks like these two screws here pop out. There's two screws in the back here. So you can see them. A little battery. Again, it's had it charged for God knows how freaking long. Alright, so that being said, this thing is probably going to be shutting off at any second. And in case you're wondering, yes, this is all on the same day so far. Alright, so I got to concentrate here for a little bit, and my phone's dying. I'm going to pause you again, and we'll get back when we get to the next step. Alright, so I found what's going on here is that this lubricant has become more of an adhesive over time. So in order to get this part off, there's a little tiny C-clamp that has to come off first, and then you can pop this right out. So we're going to pull the head assembly out of here, the little spring. Not sure about this piece here, but like I said, see that's it's definitely a little on the stuck side. So there's some work to be done here. So just bear with me, get the rest of this apart, and see if we can get her going the way she's supposed to. Yeah, guys, so if you look here, I got this issue resolved. I might have went a little bit overboard with the lithium grease, but that's okay. If you look, every time this pulls in now, I think we're on track. I don't know, I forget what track we're on. Because we were on track 4, so now we're on track 1, 2, 3, 4, back to 1 again. Let's do this so we can zoom in so we can get a better look, if at all possible. I apologize, it's tough to see here. On track 1, 2, 3, 4, back to 1. Excellent. And I just got a notification on eBay. I just won a Pioneer model CT-F6161 cassette deck with the slanted loading mechanism. So just to give you an idea of today's February 28th. So we'll see if I get this done first before that deck comes in. You'll know when it's here, trust me. Alright, I'm gonna clean some of this out here with some rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip, so give me a minute, I'll come back with that. And then we'll get that cap stand ready to go back in. Alright, I know I have Q-tips laying around. Someone's in the bathroom right now, so we are gonna use paper towels. I use 91% if at all possible. The strong stuff. Dump this on very heavily. And what we're going to try to do is get all that crap out of here. And there's a decent amount of it, believe me. I don't know how much we can get. Maybe some of it, maybe all of it, hopefully. Oh yeah, look at that. Huge difference. Huge difference. Excellent. This actually might have ended up working out better than the, Actually, I'm doing this stupid, ain't I? I wonder if I can get that out of there with the screwdriver. The big one's not going to fit right there, so I'll have to use the mini one for this particular screw. Are you getting it? No. All we're going to do there is, okay. Well, it is what it is. I don't want to risk screwing up the head alignment, so we're going to leave it be. I'll be able to get in there the best I can. Should be more than adequate enough anyway for what we're trying to do. Not really too worried about it. The thought was good, but we're not ripping that out. I pretty much have it all clean anyway. Sometimes you gotta know when to walk away, you know what I mean? Otherwise it'll cause even more damage. So all we're doing is getting that in there, cleaning out the best we can, like so. Better with the flathead. Alright, put the flat bit back in. Yeah, I don't know if a Q-tip would have got all that. I think this is probably the better way of doing it anyway. You get more pressure with a screwdriver pushing down on it to get in all the fine cracks and crevices. So I am going to see if I can get a new belt for it anyway. Alright, so that's pretty freaking good right there. That's actually damn good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Very, very good. Okay, excellent. Okay, so for obvious reasons, you do not want to exactly get lithium grease in here too much. I'm an idiot. I didn't even have the cap on it. I'm trying to take the cap off. Dude, this is my last night is my 8th and final day of an 8-day stretch, so I'm pretty much burned at this point. I'm just doing this because I don't really feel like going to bed yet. So we have this in there like so. Come up on the other side. Come on, don't even start going wrong now. Like I said, I might be going overkill. I'm still getting a feel of this whole mechanical rebuild thing. One thing I am not, it's a mechanic. I definitely went overboard with the grease, but oh well. Oh well. And I'll put a very, very little bit like right up here. Other than that, we're not doing too much else with the grease. If that gets on the cap stand where in the spot where the tape goes, pretty much screwed at that point. Well, the tape's screwed, so we're just gonna get it like that. That way, it doesn't go down the shaft too far, and just. There we go. Like I said, the reason I did it that way is that way you're not getting any grease on the capstan on the way down. Once it gets past here, it's already cleared. It's already cleared the tape path at that point. Down, get it in the best you can. Oh my God! Yeah, look at that. Nice. What? Oh, I can't go by the time. Let's go. Get a good one in there. Yeah, she's spinning very freely. He's okay, good. I say, please tell me I did not get grease on the belt. That would not make me very happy. This has a very decent, pretty good bite on it. I don't know if I'll be able to plug it back in quick and we'll give it a mechanical run. My only complaints about this thing is it doesn't have a power button. I wish it did, but it doesn't. You can always put one in it and make a modification. The belts definitely seem to have a better fit. It's pretty strong. I'd say the belt's probably good yet. I could replace it, but I think I'm gonna do a sound test on it. I'm not going to bullshit you. I am going to plug this in and listen to it before I do a fire up on it. But I'm not going to put this video together until I either do the case, because that's not, at that point, if I do it like that, I cheat. I didn't do the full spruce up. I'm not going to call it a restoration because I didn't really do anything electronically to it, like a recap. What I did was mostly a lot of cosmetics. But we're on program 3 according to the indicator light. And we'll go down a little bit. That and down, that way you can see the head mechanism and the indicator lights decently well. Lock in right there. It's not going to go down. It should. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Looks like it's going, is it? It's hard to really tell. It's I hope I don't have to do more work to that. It didn't look like it was working right at first. Let's try one that I know has like a really, really stiff pressure pad, like a Columbia tape. Of course. I think that pretty much gets my point across. Alright, I'm pretty much going to leave this out for now. I'm not going to bother putting it back in the case until I get the case done. The case is probably going to take longer than anything. So basically I'm just going to, when I get to that, it's not going to be today. Because I'm pretty much shot at this point. But I'll take a quick look at it. I already spent a few hours on this already. In between shots and stuff. So this case is bad. It's toasted. My best bet might actually just be to reconstruct it and be done with it. But I don't know. I'm kind of up for a challenge too. And I might be able to keep it original. We'll see how it. Get the electric sander on it, and we'll see how she wants to turn out. We'll go from there. Maybe I'll restain it. That being said, that's all I got for now. Catch you on the next segment. Hey guys, now that I got this JVC deck back to a full operating order, I am going to try to see if I can get a replacement belt from Warriors Electronics in Pottsville, but if not, that'll have to do. It seems like it's just a slight hair too fast. I think I can probably adjust the speed on it if I have to. I'd rather not though. The belt with that rubber renew actually really helped. First thing I'm going to do is take these rubber feet off. Now, I would prefer to use these again, but I can't because one's missing. So I had these replacement ones here we're going to use. So I'll take these off. Yeah, this freaking screw head's too big. There we go. Excellent. But yeah, I expect this to be a very good A-track deck when it's all said and done. Now, I'll see how it turns out with the wood filler. If it looks like the wood matches pretty good, I'm gonna stain it. I'll show you what I'm gonna use. If not, I'm gonna paint it like a nice gloss black because I feel like a nice gloss black will go good with that front. I'm gonna try to stick with the wood grain theme first. So I'm not gonna go too in depth here, but long story short, get a piece of sandpaper. I believe this is 180 grit, I believe. Yep, 180 grit. Rough it up like so. I could use an electric sander, but I'm not going to for this. I guess I got me some wood filler right here. This is brand new. Hopefully it should match pretty good. So snip the tip off of that. Apply it. Use some putty to make it as smooth as possible. Give it a couple hours to dry off. Sand it down until it's smooth. Then have this here wood finish stain, and what you do with stain is you don't brush it on. You dip a rag in it and wipe it down. I'll show you when the time comes. But for now, I'm gonna take care of this and get this wood filler done. So yeah, just bear with me. In a day or so, I'll I'll show you the staining, then I'll show you a quick view of it when it's all done, and then that's going to be that. What's happening, guys? We're finishing up here. Get that nice and smooth. I sanded everything all down, everything's smooth. There's a little spot back here. It needed to be touched up. Everything's pretty much sanded down and ready to rock and roll, finally. So I'm going to try staining it first because I like stain better. First thing we're going to do is put the rubber feet on it. Put it right where the old ones used to be. So I just wiped everything all down with a damp rag. And I could even go as far as putting the screws back in, and I might do that actually. Just for extra measure. I gotta be very careful down here. Trying not to make a mess. They're probably going to hit over an hour. I'm going to try to keep it under an hour, but at this point, what does it matter? That's the finish we're using. Now stain, I gotta take my ring off. That way I won't make a mess out of that and screw that up. I'm going to try not to get any on me, but I know I'm going to. Yeah, I already did. It's pretty much inevitable with this operation we're doing here. This stuff stinks. Now, you're supposed to use a regular rag. I don't have access to that right now because I'm unprepared. So we're just going to do what we can, what we got, and just hope that it looks good. It should. I don't see why it wouldn't. I haven't done stain work in a long, long time. I wish they had a darker wood filler. It does look good though. Other than that, I can see if I can lay it on heavier there or something, see if there's a cheat I can do. There's some better way I can get. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get something in there. I'm trying not to get anything on my skin either, which probably ain't going to work out, but can't blame a guy for trying, huh? Good, we got it in pretty good back there. It's nice and glossy too, which I'm liking. I'm liking that about it so far. Get all the heavy crap off. All right. Gotta find a place to put that right on top of here for now. Yeah, so that's on the box of that stain. It's on the box of that wood filler that I used. It said it's stainable, so we'll see. I was hoping I had something that matched a little bit closer in color, but I didn't. So I had one of those situations where I had to do what I can with what I had. It doesn't look bad. You can definitely tell it's a little. I'll figure something out for that. I'll probably put a couple more coats on it, or put a coat of regular paint. I'll figure something out. Yeah. Top looks pretty good. Other than that, if I have it on a shelf or something like that, you're not really going to notice. That's how we're doing this part. Alright. Well, you guys get the gist of what I'm doing. So that's that. Yeah, I'll show a quick when it's all back together and you'll see the finished product. Hey guys, so she's done, ready to rock and roll. I still need to get a new belt for it. It actually plays pretty good without it, but sometimes you gotta wiggle it a hair just to get it to back off right. Otherwise, you'll get a little bit of speed fluctuation. So the belt's definitely flapping around in there. But yeah, this is the final result. I think, like I said, minus I got that colored in the best I can. It actually looks better in person than it does on the camera, what I see here now. Oh. All done. See the back. I guess I got the new rubbers on there. Gotta hear it quick. These rolls are nice and smooth. Lower you a little bit. Left and right both sound good. That's just left. That's just right. And it's true for both. I'm switching from left to right, so if it sounds funny, that's why. That's that. She's finished. By all means, 120% improvement. I'm really looking forward to the comments on this video. Please let me know what you think. I'm very happy with it, the way it turned out. And I would put this up against my Pioneer HR100. No problem. It's every bit as good. No word of a lie. Honestly. I paid 20 bucks for it. Unreal. Anyway, guys, peace out. Thank you for watching. Rock on. And I definitely can't wait to see the feedback on this one. And if you guys actually did make it through this whole entire thing, drop a comment and let me know. And we'll catch you again on the next one.